So when I first started my career as a lawyer, probably one of the biggest challenges I had was, I guess it was a two-part challenge. The first was really identifying the work that I wanted to do, really felt passionate about. But then the real challenge came when I needed to find ways to get experience in those areas and had to convince the people I was working for why it was important that they gave me the opportunities, the time to work on those particular types of projects when maybe it wasn't the highest priority for my management at the time. But actually at the end of the day, with a lot of persistence, I was able to get those projects and get that experience, and I think that's helped me not only do the work that I love, but also gave me a lot of experience in working with people and finding ways to get what you want, frankly.
So when I started working, and this is not just at SES, right? I guess one of the key things that you don't realize is that, and this is what they don't prepare you at school as well, right? Which is, work is not just, getting the job done. Work is also about understanding, team dynamics. Work is also about understanding, who you should be talking to, in the office, right? So there were all these things I think at least the education system that I had gone through didn't really prepare me for.
One of the, well, if not the most important thing, I have been really well surrounded through my career. My managers, I was always very lucky. I mean, I had like 7 of them, I think, at SES. I've changed pretty often, but they were always like supporting me a lot. They explained me really a lot. I've been really lucky. I mean, they also gave me that level of freedom to do things differently, to be creative in my job. So I learned by doing, but I learned through them. So that was definitely one of the big factors. While being also well surrounded at work with my colleagues. I mean, I think that really matters when you come to work in the morning and actually you have such a great environment that you feel confident, you feel like, you can just do your job and you talk to almost friends around. So that also really helped to be efficient for sure. And well, I'd say my family, and especially my husband, because he works as much as I work. I mean, which sometimes can be a challenge, of course, with the kids. But on the other way around, I mean, that means we really well understand each other. So if someone cannot come in the evening, has to work long, or has to work over the weekend, or can't take care of the kids, then, well, we don't challenge ourselves because we know the situation well, and then we just compromise, and that works actually pretty well.
I think that one of the most important aspects of who I am in my work life is that I am somebody people can trust, which means if you are asking me to do work, I will do the work well. If you are asking me a question, I will be upfront and honest, and sometimes that means providing answers people don't want to hear, like no. But I think that being somebody that can be trusted in a work environment is really important for a leader.
What advice would you like to give to women aspiring to be leaders?
Never believe that you're above or below anyone. Remain optimistic. I mean, a bad day is not a bad life.
I think for me, it's just really it's being authentic, right? It's being kind of like, true to yourself, right?
And I think it all comes down to finding the work that you are really passionate about, because then you will do your best work. And people do recognize when somebody is good